How about this here? You sitting here talking with me.
Yes.
Because you gave up 30 and 22.
No, when did I give up 30 and 22?
What up, guys? Here with another video this week. So this past Monday, Orlando Scandrick, who's been a guest on Undisputed on 3 or 4 occasions, made another appearance to discuss the recent loss the Eagles suffered at the hands of the Seahawks in the divisional playoff round. So let me give you a little background on the situation involving Scandrick and what led him to being released by the Eagles. Orlando Scandrick was drafted in the 2008 NFL Draft in the 5th round by the Dallas Cowboys. He played 10 consecutive seasons with the Cowboys before being released in 2018. He was eventually picked up by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2018 after a brief stint with the Redskins. In Week 5 of the 2019 season, Scandrick was signed by the Eagles and played his first game versus the New York Jets, a game in which he recorded 2 strip sacks and a touchdown. The following week, the Eagles got their asses handed to them in Minnesota, and in Week 7, we all know what happened when they traveled to Jerry World. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys 37-10. In that game, Scandrick was beaten in open field by Tavon Austin for a 20-yard touchdown on a jet sweep. Orlando was subsequently released the following day. A few days after the release, Scandrick appeared on Undisputed as a guest and appeared to throw his former teammates, coaching staff, and organization under the bus. He questioned Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins' leadership, and it just seemed as though Scandrick was being a little petty about his recent release from the team.
I think there's some selfish people on that defense, though.
Do you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that Rasul Douglas, who's a good friend of mine, I think he took some unwanted heat for some blown coverages on some other people's selfish play. And we don't even have to say names.
Yeah, we do. I know you know about it.
We don't have to say names at all. They know who they are.
Guy named Jenkins, maybe?
Oh, no.
I don't know. Malcolm Jenkins?
Now fast forward 2 months later to the first week of January, right after the Eagles get eliminated from the playoffs. Scandrick makes another appearance on Undisputed. During the analysis of the game between the Seahawks and Eagles, the conversation got a little heated from the start. But before discussing this conversation, I'm going to show you a clip Scandrick posted on his Twitter account following the Eagles' loss. So obviously, you can tell Orlando was just trolling his former team as they just lost, and during the analysis on Undisputed the following day, you can somewhat tell he had some ill will towards the Eagles.
But they had to come back against the Washington Redskins, Super Bowl favorites. They beat the Redskins, and now all of a sudden they're just flying high.
You hater. You got to get that hate out your heart.
There's no hate in my heart.
I think this was pretty evident when you can see Shannon's reaction to everything Scandrick had to say about the game. Anyways, later you can kind of tell which way the conversation was heading towards, as both Shannon and Orlando were kind of getting frustrated with one another. Eventually, Shannon straight up reminded Scandrick that he's in the studio with him and Skip talking about football rather than playing. Shannon continues to add salt on the wound by asking if Orlando played all 12 seasons, as Orlando was in and out of lineups throughout his entire career.
He got hurt against the Cowboys, and he gave up 3rd and 15.
Okay.
They took him out of the game. The week before that, every game they target Darby.
They all give up 15 yards on 3rd down. Go back and watch the Dolphins.
How about this here? You sitting here talking with me.
Yes.
Because you gave up 30 and 22.
No,
You gave
when
up
did I
30
give up
30
3rd and 22?
Against the Cowboys.
3rd and 30? You crazy. It was 4th and 1 on one of them, and then it was a slant on 1st and 10.
You keep dogging.
Now we just being blasphemous.
Bruh.
Now we just saying anything. You just saying anything at this point.
You here with me.
Correct.
Why?
Because 12 years.
Why?
12 years.
Did you play all season?
imminent.
Did you play the whole season?
I did not play all season.
Okay, then. Yo, go Skip.
Afterwards, things didn't get much better as they both continued to throw jabs at one another throughout the entire segment. I believe all this was triggered by the non-objectivity Scandrick was displaying towards the Eagles. After getting cut from his former team 2 months back, he basically began going on a tirade about them, and I think this is quite consistent with a player who does not want to get picked up by another team. Like, let's be real. To call out your former team just days and months after they drop you, unless you're Antonio Brown, you ain't getting another shot with another team.
They put so much capital into that defense, and it failed you.
The back
End
wasn't
I don't
very
care
good,
what
which
your
I told
excuse
you.
is. It's failed. They can come up here with us now.
They had you
can
there.
all come up here.
They had
you want to
you
do
trying
round
to show
robin?
them.
You want to get Malcolm here one day? You want to get Fletcher, and then you want to get Wentz?
They brought Orlando Scandrick in to try to shore up that defense, and he's sitting here
To
talking
shore
with
up the defense, no, because they
the
had
back
injuries.
end.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, the segment concluded with respect as both individuals shook hands and were smiling. I didn't think there was anything malicious in those comments, just something that came out in the heat of the moment. However, there is another episode I wanted to touch upon. This wasn't exactly from Undisputed, but rather from First We Feast, an online food culture magazine and YouTube channel. So the show produces a popular series called The Hot Ones, whereby they bring in celebrities from all genres for a discussion while grubbing on some spicy buffalo wings. And 2 weeks ago, the two guests they had brought in were none other than Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. So there is one particular moment that caught my attention during the discussion where the host, Sean, asked Shannon who is one sports TV personality he mutes when they are on air. And here is that clip with Shannon's response.
Give us an on-air NFL personality who you'd mute when the game is over. Someone who you're just not interested in hearing
Will
from.
Cain.
Wow.
Anytime he's on, I'm mute.
Wow.
He could be telling me I won $10 million. I'll never know. I won't pick that prize up. Him, for sure.
Anyways, the next day, Will Cain decides to clap back, albeit with a very funny and witty check, payable to a one Shannon Sharpe in the amount of $10 million. If you didn't catch this, Will also has his address stated as 123 rent-free inside of Shannon's head. Not exactly sure what kind of history that these two had in the past, besides crossing paths during their time at ESPN. It could very well be from an unresolved fiery debate, as these two are very strong-minded individuals who passionately debate in sport and political controversy all the time. Anyways, that's it for this video. I will be dropping some more content next week. Be sure to be on the lookout, and thank you for supporting this channel.